Hey guys, it is the Blonde Broker here. I am at ETH Denver 2024 and it is day 2. We're at the Media House and I have a lovely guest with me. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce Francis with zkPass. And yeah, I want to pass the mic over to you.
Thank you for having me. This has been an amazing experience. The house is beautiful.
Thank you.
The experience and of course, conversation. I'm looking forward to how it's going to go.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So thank you for the introduction. My name is Francis Berwa. I head the U.S. market and fundraising lead of zkPass. And what we are is a protocol for private data verification. So we're an Oracle essentially. And if you want to compare us, look at how Chainlink brings public data to the blockchain. We bring private data to the blockchain.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people have heard of you guys and currently use you guys. You're head of fundraising, but I know you've done a lot with like marketing as well. How many kind of, users do you guys have currently?
Wow. Social channels is, we have, I think more than 150,000. It's just social. So, But really the most important things in how to measure companies' value or adoption in the market is going to be primarily how many people are using our technology, right? So our tech team really works fast. So we released an SDK in December. Happy to say that this is our very first hackathon that we're officially helping developers understand our technology and build on top of our technology. But we do have a few companies that have been integrating with us. We are integrated with Scroll, with Linea, with Polygon IDs official on Chain Issuer, and we just a whole bunch. I can't really think of some on top of my head, but I think after Denver, we're going to have a plentiful of a list.
Oh, 100%. You kind of touched on your tech team. I wanted to go dive into the founding team. How did you guys meet and come together?
It's actually a pretty good story. We're not a team that came together as an opportunistic, in a space. We actually have a lot of lessons we've learned throughout our time. For example, the head of strategy, Joshua Peng, and myself, we met back around end of 2016, early 2017, actually at the very first Solidity, like one of the first Solidity conferences that was in New York. It was fairly small, but we just connected. We decided to start a company together. We called it Home Block. It was basically a security token issuances platform. We raised seed. Unfortunately, we were a little bit early. Security tokens did not take off as everyone predicted for 2018, but we stayed friends. And so, he obviously was back and forth between Asia and the US, and I was in the US. So the other team members that I want to mention is, let's say, our head of engineering, Bing, our head of research, and the research backer, they went to school together, or our head of operation and BD, they worked on that MENA stuff. So we all collectively know each other between 4 to 15 years as a team and kind of come together and bring all the experience and knowledge and say, hey, let's do this one right.
And was everyone's background kind of in finance or tech?
Not everyone, but it's each one brought a strength that others lacked, right? So that's how you fit the puzzle together. Yeah.
I like that. And then where is everyone based now? You guys are all over, right?
Yeah, we're a distributed team. We have a few people here in the West. I'm in New York, of course, and we have a head of ecosystem in New York, and we're hiring a few more people. And then we have a girl in Rome. We have somebody in Australia. We have someone in South Korea, and some of them in Hong Kong. So yeah, it's just distributed team as with many Web3 companies.
So I guess y'all are growing as a company, right?
We are.
So can we expect product growth? What is kind of the roadmap for 2024? What do you guys have coming up?
Yeah. So in July and August and September, 3 months, we did a pre-alpha. We had a pretty good user sign up, like people on the wait list. We had 251,000 people.
That's huge.
Thank you. And after that, of course, we saw the need, we saw the excitement from users. And so we decided, we already knew SDK will come out, which it will release in December. This quarter, we're having a mobile version. And then, of course, a DeepIn platform, and DeepIn, it's more like a DeepIn narrative, but doesn't change our core product. So 2 more product this quarter. And, the rest is, we have our core product ready. We just want to build on top and help people who are building on top of us.
And what is DPEN. Can you?
Deep.
Yeah. It's new for everyone.
RWAs, right?
Yes.
That's what everyone is excited about. Actually, it's interesting because when I think back in 2017 when we're doing STOs, it's really, same thing in the RWA. So it's just narrative change, right? The word change. But yeah, it's basically essentially off-chain data on-chain, which is a very important aspect for our space and adaption. Just being able to sort of understand and be able to kind of work with data without having to feel like there's a wall between that, because we all interact off chain, and then we're gradually scaling on chain a lot more. We see what's happening with advancement of technology, AI, etc. And so it's kind of important to have that bridge and not have it frictionless, right? So that you don't have to feel like you have to learn some whole new topic. Yeah.
What I guess my next question for you guys. So now we're transitioning to this whole new phase, which was kind of an old phase, but now it's a new phase. Where do you guys see yourself going? Like, are you guys going to get involved with AI at all, or?
I think AI is going to be part of almost every aspect of advancement in technology. Is going to be part of it. It's inevitable. So I wouldn't say that, for us, it's our main focus, but there are projects that are already talking to us that are leveraging AI, that want to be able to, at least, because we deal with data, right? And AI has to do with data. So it's really synonymous. I can't mention some of the enterprises that we actually already have LOIs with, but they have to do with AI and data, and we kind of fit into that category. So hopefully we see a lot more people that are leveraging AI, and then, of course, also understanding the privacy and self-custody of certain data of theirs through that.
So what kind of real world, solutions are you guys bringing to the table?
Well, I can give some examples of some companies and projects that have been working and talking to us about what they want to leverage our technology on. For example, in our times, LinkedIn and so forth, is you don't know who to trust, right? I think the main question that we have to face is usually, how do you verify data, and what method do you use to verify that data? And that data could be me telling you that I am, fluent in some language, or I've traveled in places, or, I do something, right? LinkedIn, everyone sort of fluffs as a good example of Web2 and how it can be manipulated. So one platform is leveraging to give people the ability to prove that they've actually done what they said they've done. And that way, when companies are looking at them, they can actually verify and validate this information without having to worry about the authenticity and accuracy of it. Others, it could be just, think of DAOs, right? DAOs need to prove users when they join. There's like DAOs, like tall DAOs, as an example. You have to be over 6 foot. How do you prove that? You have to take a picture of your ID, but how do you manipulate? So things like that, right? So there's a lot of use cases, as low-hanging fruit as proof of humanity on an airdrop campaign, where, hey, if you prove you're a real human, we're going to give you additional points or additional drops, right? Or as high level as prove that you've gone through a level 2 proof of liveliness on an exchange. And you could just take that information and give it to whoever needs to verify that you are who you say you are, and so forth. So, identity is one aspect. Our real world assets is another, which is the off-chain data examples I gave. And of course, there's a reputation, right? What if you are able to, we have credit scores, right? In America, what if you're able to get everyone's sort of information that is accurate and then create an on-chain credit score? You could do that leveraging our technology.
Yeah, and I kind of think we need this authenticity and transparency now more than ever.
Exactly.
And you've seen it, I've seen it. So I think the technology is very needed.
Yeah, well, and it has to do with private data. A lot of people don't understand, but there's more private data than there is public data, right? So, and it's projected to continue to grow, because anytime you create an account, say a private data, if you have an email and a password, it's already categorized as a private data, because you have to log in. You have to actually go in and verify, and the servers verify that it is you logging in, right? No one else can do that unless they have your information. But what we face is manipulation of that, right? We have data brokers, which, most people think things like Facebook or other platforms are broke. They're the ones who are broke. No, they leverage data brokers. And what happens is these brokers actually, sell your data or get leakage That happens whether we know it or not. And so what happens is we have this issue, and then also people, of course, on the user side, I can manipulate my data. Let's say I need to go into a DeFi platform. The DeFi platform needs to verify that I meet certain amount, certain threshold in my bank in order to give me certain rates. I extract my statement and I upload it, but I can manipulate my statement. And it's easy to do that in our times, right? Or I deep fake in obviously the whole AI stuff.
Yeah.
So what we do now, right? So what we do is provide, the users. Anyways, it's the systems that need to verify information can actually have the guarantee that this is accurate through zero knowledge proofs, and they don't have to have all your information. So the DeFi example, you upload your statement, you don't need to upload everything because they don't need to see your address, how much you have, how much your last transactions, all of that. They just need to know if you meet the threshold, and you can provide them in a yes or no manner through this type of technology, because we work with the user side as long as you have an account, and we kind of like attach with you and we verify and prove that. And if you tamper with that, it's nulled. So
okay.
Yeah.
So then if someone does tamper with it, where does that get?
We have something we use multi-party computation, which its job is to ensure the authenticity of the data. So if you pull the statement and you manipulate it, it will recognize that, because what we do is we prove the authenticity from the origination of the data source. If something changes between the point A to point B, that obviously won't work. So we giving users back the data and the control, but we also know that they can manipulate it. So we put safe procedures in there so that by the time it gets to the prover can be reassured that it is the origination of that data and it was not tampered with from that path.
Okay.
So both the user and the business or the other counterparty can always be reassured that this information is correct and that it's not distributed everywhere else.
No, I'm sure that makes them feel a lot better to know who they're working with too.
Absolutely.
I guess this is kind of a really big question, and I love asking this, but what is the legacy that you want to leave behind in this space? And this can be about you as an individual or the company or both.
As a company, we're really trying to, live through the ethos of what Web3 should be about. Kind of ensure the data silo is not the way it is now, and kind of help provide a solution to that. And I think we're on the right path. And, of course, there's a lot of innovators. That's why I love conferences like Youth Denver. A lot of builders, they have so many ideas and there's a lot of geniuses out there. Let's just say that. And so we want to just kind of be one of the solution, because the beauty of us is we're not even accessing storing data, right? So that's a whole other motive. We just want to ensure that this is correct and the users can feel comfortable and confident. For me as a user, as an individual, I just want to continue to sort of be curious and learn, because in this space I get inspired every time. And so hopefully I leave some form of impact or maybe help some people who might benefit from any knowledge or resources that I may have. Yeah,
and I think you're already doing that, and especially with coming together with the team and everyone else.
It's about the team. It's always about the people. Otherwise, why are we doing what we're doing?
See, no one would say that. That's very humble of you.
Yeah.
So I like that. I don't think there could have been a more perfect answer for that question. Where can everyone find you guys? Where are your communities kind of sitting around?
So if you want to know Twitter. I don't think there's anyone you've interviewed that has not mentioned Twitter, right? Twitter is like a Web3 informative platform. So for us, even our first announcements do go out on Twitter. So I'd say zkPass, at zkPass, that's Twitter. And we have communities. We have Discord. We have Telegram right now, even for developers. If you're a developer and you want to just kind of connect with us or explore, where we always look for co-researching or, co-building products or just supporting products. This is going to be our new mission this year, and we hope to achieve that. So online, we're on all platforms, but Twitter is going to be what I can recommend the most.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
Awesome.